Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. 17 wins, dude! I'm struck. We are going to be in the back half of the characters this time. Go to Isaac, go to Isaac! Oh no! It's the Keeper! Ooh, 9BXKV0KC. Well, what do? You do your best. Even in the face of difficult odds. And a seemingly insurmountable. I've never been good with surmounting things. Challenges. We do what we must. Because we can. Okay, maybe don't walk into that would be like step one. Speedball is okay. What are we looking for? Let's get ourselves into keeper mode before, you know, true despondency takes over. Well, small rock would be lovely. We got a bomb for a bomb, which is fine. Principally, we're looking for Nun's Habit, and we're looking for Swallowed Penny. I guess theoretically something like the 9-volt teleport cards to allow us to get into and out of curse rooms, DPS upgrades. We're leaving all the money on the ground for now just to be safe. To be honest with you, these enemies are not really that bad. It's enemies that rush us down that are going to be a real problem. By the way, I have been, we should open that, but I have been making a mistake in recent Keeper runs, and seemingly surprisingly, we have had a lot of recent Keeper runs. It turns out you can't buy trinkets from shops unless it's greed mode. So there's no way for us to get a Swallowed Penny trinket short of blowing up a pot or, you know, finding it on the ground in other purposes, or in other areas. So we need to be a little bit more aware, I guess, of the fact that it's unlikely for us to find, or less likely, I should say, for us to find that. Now, there is a Tinted Rock available. We can maybe get that card. I'm just going back right now to get the money, but also to, well, we're never going to need 2 pennies, so we might as well take as much as we can get here. There's a Tinted Rock in one of these rooms. We still have a penny left there. Because we have Curse of the Maze, the Tinted Rock is moving all about here. So we can maybe find the secret room and get that. Or we could get a Tinted Rock blown up and maybe find a second secret room. I think that seems more viable. And it did work. We only got flies out of it, but that's not so bad. Flies only. Let's remember, I've had 2 Keeper wins in recent succession here. It's not unfathomable that we get a victory here. Probably not necessarily likely. We definitely want to open these. Wow, that's actually a ridiculously good haul. I don't know if we want watch battery. I mean, anything that gives us more charges seems good, but the ability to ensure that our shops are going to be useful seems, I mean, it seems useful as well. We got a lot of money in there, though, so let's go back, and now we'll, I think we should look for our regular secret room. We also got a death card out of it, which is pretty good. Playing as the Keeper, you know, a lot of it is really taking advantage of every single possible opportunity you have that comes your way. And that's what we're going to try to do right now. And again, this is the true flavor, oh, come on, of a random streak. Yeah, okay, we do want starter deck, probably. And I don't think we really care about an arcade, but I'd rather have the chance at an arcade regardless. So let's blow that up and take some of this. We definitely do not care about the boomerang. The other card could be valuable, but I don't know if it's worth, you know, blowing up our donation machine again and yada, yada, yada. Okay, so what's the ticket here? Keep yourself as far away from harm's way as you can. Don't forget to use the Swallowed Penny. Didn't work out, so now we're on notice. The whole, like, Keeper run, the whole strat is risk minimization. If we can get ridiculous DPS, you know, to the point where we're never going to get hit, that's one thing. But apart from that, it's like, seriously, get Nun's Habit as soon as possible. I probably shouldn't have even used that, honestly. Less than 3 does nothing for us. I thought maybe it could give us some flies, but it's not like we could have gotten value out of it regardless. So, we're down to the next floor. And it's looking a little tricky, but life goes on. A double key room has given us, hopefully, something we can actually use here. Tammy's head is actually pretty bad because there's no way we can get rid of, maybe leave 1 cent. There's no way we can get rid of the wooden nickel on this floor. But I guess, you know, in getting it, if we get a Perthrow rune or something like that, we could re-roll it, but it's pretty unlikely to be that valuable. But I'm stoked either way. We got a lot of money out of that, and the money is extremely important. Again, you know, how are we going to get Nun's Habit? We're either going to have to buy Chaos in the shop and then get it from another room, or we're going to have to buy it in the shop probably for 15 cents. So every extra penny does matter here. And in terms of consumables, the game's been very kind to us so far, I would say. We're up to 15 cents now. Piggy bank. Every time we get hit, we drop some money, right? And we get some money right off the bat as well, so that takes us back to 3 cents. I will blow this up. And more money than I'd expect out of that, and we got a 2 of diamonds. Certainly beats the Hanged Man card, I guess. And we'll save death, because the death card could get us out of a jam. Without money equals power, it's not like it's exceptional right now, but still, the idea that we could at least get, you know, enough money to buy whatever we want forever is a pretty nice incentive for us here. I guess we just, you know, let's look for our item room first. I was gonna say, I guess we just go for it, but unless we fight Larry Jr., we're not gonna be super stoked about having this death card, so we might as well, you know, go through the rest of the floor, hopefully pick up a DPS upgrade or, you know, some kind of amazing Holy Mantle-esque defensive upgrade. See if we can get something out of that. This seems like a good opportunity to use the death card, actually. Even before I went into the room, you're just like, okay, long room, lots of enemies, probably not a bad idea. Doesn't look like Tinted Rocks. Petrified Poop is also an okay trinket. It's no Swallowed Penny, but it's pretty good. And I'm still kind of in the dark about Piggy Bank, because whenever I take it, I'm like, we might as well just take it because we got the money. Who cares, right? You know, win 100. No, in this situation, I'm trying to remember, does Piggy Bank give you money when you get hit? If so, it's amazing. We're not in a won position, but we're certainly in a winning position. If it does do that, that's great. If it doesn't, then I don't remember what it does. Charm Tears. I don't think these are good. They could be worse, though. I do think we want to take a quick look and see, could there be a secret room here? Because there's not, I'm not going to waste my bombs looking in other areas for secret rooms, because I really would just wanted to get into the boss trap room. Okay. Oh, that's actually real bad. Okay, be smart. Grab that. We never should have been hit by that in the first place. Wow, dude, what is up with this dingle? He's taken the hottest shots I've ever seen with those dips. I've never seen a dip aspire to that level of potency. Okay, so we want him to be poisoned. Mostly I want him to stay as far away from me as possible. I think we got him here. That was a really bad fight, though. May have cost us a deal with the Devil Chance. And that could be catastrophic, because we pretty much got nothing as a result. So, down to the next floor. We, are in a bad spot. I got hit and definitely did not get Piggy Bank to give us money, so strikes me as a very dangerous situation. This one is not that dangerous as long as we stay intelligent. And we were lucky enough to be able to get out of that just fine, but, you know, it was looking a little dicey there for a few moments, apparently. Whew, okay, well, we're still in this, but I've got to admit, oh, that time we got money out of it. It is important to get early improvements on a keeper run, and we're not there. You know, we've gotten some modest improvements, I suppose you could say, but really, unless the Piggy Bank ends up being monumental for us, starter deck is not going to win us the game, you know? 2 HP upgrades that do nothing are not going to win us the game. Speedball is not going to win us the game. We need something a little bit more ridiculous. I kind of, you know, I feel bad asking to become overpowered. But on a keeper run, if you're ever going to ask for it, that's kind of the right time to do so. Right, we should use it once. I might as well grab it. We got money elsewhere. This is a Tinted Rock. The only thing we want, small rock or golden chests. But I think you have to take the gamble on it, you know. Otherwise, we're going to have excess bombs at some point regardless. Okay. We have probably not a deal with the devil upcoming. The problem is I've not gotten a deal with the devil on the last floor, which actually puts us behind the 8 ball on getting deals with the angel, because you need to rebuke a deal with the devil before you get a deal with the angel. So as of right now, I'm in a position where I'm kind of like, you know, that even though I probably wouldn't have taken a deal on the last floor regardless, although we did have HP, it would have been amazing to get a deal with the devil just so, you know, maybe we could luck into getting Godhead or something like that right after. But I think we just go fight the boss. It's Gertie Jr. Not a fun boss fight by any stretch of the imagination. I do like when he's on the other side of the map. Gets more aggressive as the fight goes on, I find. That's what you don't want to do, by the way. Get yourself on an angle to Gertie Jr. Angles are your enemy. You know, this is not Jack Black on Sesame Street. These are not 8 awesome angles. These are like, you know, there's one awesome angle and a bunch of really terrible ones. Experimental treatment, I will accept, despite the fact that it seems like it's given us a damage downgrade. And I'll accept it because it takes us much closer to Spun. You know, now we're only 1 syringe away from Spun. Conceivably, that could happen on this room. However, experimental treatment rolled some shitty stats for us. It seems like our damage is down. Our shot speed is way up. Amazing. Fantastic for us. Oh, dude, I fucked that up. I'll take a lot of responsibility for that one, because what we should have done is use the gauze. Purge the Curse of the Blind, and then we could have re-rolled the item because of the availability of that re-roll machine. Okay, that's just a situation where you gotta stay calm. I'm gonna use the gauze now, because it should give us, I was gonna say, some flies. And on this room, I actually consider those flies to be of extreme importance. You had to give me 2 champions in this room, didn't you? Couldn't have just been normal enemies. It had to be these guys. Some of my least favorite because they take forever to even show up in the first place. At least we can hit them from here. And it's not like they can do double damage. Dude, I can't hit that guy. I'm losing my mind here. There we go. 1 more down. Certainly one of the tougher rooms you could expect to find at this point. Come on. There we go. We're gonna make it through. I would probably give up on the dream of this being a boss rush keeper run. Instead, the new dream is that we just keep ourselves alive here. Oh, fudge. You may have, but thank you, Piggy Bank, by the way. You may argue that if we had had the gauze, we wouldn't have taken experimental treatment. You would be wrong for me personally. I still would have taken experimental treatment. I would have taken it even if we had no syringes. Just because, you know, I think the less likely you are to win, the more important it is to take, you know, uncertain rerolls, if that makes sense. You got less to lose, to put it simply. And there's a potential out there that you can use to actually get a win. So we still have the benefit of Spun possibly showing up. It would be enormous. This shop could change everything for us. You know, Nun's Habit, Chaos, Pandora's Box even, maybe. But certainly, I'm feeling a little underpowered right now. I think we should check cards. One is Death, that's usable. The other is the Chariot. The Chariot is pretty important right now. It's kind of a get out of jail free card, but I'm gonna use it instead of get out of jail free to go in here, and then we pop the Chariot like immediately. We don't have to pop the Chariot immediately. By the way, I don't like the expression pop the Chariot. I didn't expect that it would have that sort of double entendre. Just don't get hit here and we're good. Wheel of Fortune. The Moon. Okay, so we just moon out. Moon out! What do we got? Nothing. I guess I should have used 2 of diamonds earlier, but... Do we moon out? Because we could end up fighting Greed. But we got 2 HP. No, maybe we can't fight Greed because we're on, we have the shop key? I know that this isn't a shop, but still. Okay, well, 2 of diamonds, and then we have the death card back there. I don't think we're going to go into our mob trap room. I think we're just going to head down to the next floor. I will tell you straight up, we're fucked right now. That doesn't mean we're going to lose. I apologize. I know some people out there are like, you know, I watch these with my kids. I should have told you before the video started there may be a potential chance of an F-bomb. Oh, I'm saying it! But this is a special circumstance that if I get one F-word and can still maintain my PG-13 rating, I'm going to take it on this situation. We have no significant improvements right now, and that it screws us. It puts us in a horrible situation. We need to get some kind of world-changing item on this floor. If we can get it, I'll be over the moon. If we can't, you know, we're on borrowed time. We might already be on borrowed time, to be honest with you. You know, we're getting down here. This feels like a second secret room, as much as it might seem suspicious just because it's so early on the floor. All right, well, you know, sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. It doesn't even have to be that good. Just one really, really good shop. You know, it doesn't have to be a brimstone pickup. It just has to be one really, really good shop. I will not take Samson's chain yet. This does give us access to the secret room, though. And, I mean, that's not bad. Why not take Samson's chain yet? We're dealing with a lot of mushrooms in our present situation. You know, when we get down to the womb, if we're lucky enough to make it down to the womb, we're going to have to, you know, deal with rocks that could explode into bullets. Samson's chain, I'm not going to say that it has a wonky hitbox, but sometimes it hits things that I didn't expect it to hit. And as a result, you know, that can have a catastrophic impact on your run, depending on what your HP is like in that situation. So I'd like to see if a Perthrow rune shows up, and if it does, we'll re-roll it, or maybe even the D6 itself could show up. We would at least be able to get value out of the D6 on this floor, although we probably wouldn't take it with us beyond that. Joker card. Pretty big, but we're going to take Death for now, and we'll just use... This is a great room to use it on. Didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought it would. By the way, getting extremely lucky with Swallowed Penny on this floor. Plenty of, like, orphaned pennies just scattered around here. You can pick them up later. Remember, every penny's worth 2 pennies, so... I don't want to just insult them. But one thing's for sure, we're actually like, I know that maybe sometimes it might seem like I have a flair for the dramatic. Oh, we don't have Death's Touch, so there's no way I can win this one. We're on worse than starting DPS. It's possible we might be on equivalent DPS if our Tears Up went up as much as our damage itself went down. I don't even know if our Tears stat went up. I think it's conceivable our tier stat went down as well. So, I am feeling a little bit like we're in desperate need for maybe like a magic mush here. Had to try, I think. We got 3 bombs fighting Carrion Queen. One of the most difficult bosses at this stage in the game, no doubt. And no penny for us. Things haven't even gotten hard on this fight yet. Now it gets tricky. Please somehow crash into your own red poop with your tail, even though that seems unlikely. We used all of our bombs, so what's the danger here? Krampus, deal with the devil. No deal with the devil, I suppose, is worse. So let's take Squeezy, and I will use the Joker card on this floor. But we may want to explore a little bit before we do so. This is no joke right now. Squeezy at least is a Tears upgrade, so I'm not as bummed about our DPS as I used to be, but... I mean, it's not like we picked up a game-winning item right there, so... We continue kind of to be, in a holding pattern here. We need to get some better items to have a chance to win. But until then, we're not worried about winning, we're just worried about dying. And I don't want to worry about them sunshine girls. I forget, it's been a while. Ooh, I think you have to go big on this one. Technology's not quite good enough. Like, you have to get something huge. White Feather is not it. So, how do we approach this then? I think we should... I think we should try to, make big plays with 2 of diamonds. Although, we're not going to because I'm going to buy this. This might seem like a big misplay. And it may be a big misplay. I know we didn't get the other money back there, but I still think, because we're on Catacombs 2, we got 2 item rooms, or 2 boss fights, 3 boss fights. No, 2 boss fights that'll give us more options payouts. No, 1 boss fight. No, 2 boss fights. Necropolis 1, and then, 1. So that's important. Plus, we get the extra money now to get a better spacebar item, or just a better item from this room in general. We don't want a spacebar item, I guess. Shears is good, but not good enough to take. Quarter is, I think it's too much of a compromise, honestly. Bum Friend is actively bad. We get a little closer to the Mom Transformation and a Tarot card because we have Starter Deck. And the Devil card's not bad. Yeah, okay, this is good. It's not amazing, but it's really, really helpful if you have shit DPS. And we have shit DPS right now, so to be able to get Toxic Shock... The big deal here is that... Never mind, I'm dead. Well, that's the end of the streak. It got up to 19 and a Keeper run killed it. I don't feel that bad about it. I think we played really well and kind of got shit rolls there. Should have used the Devil card. Should have teleported out to the Joker, like the deal with the Devil or something like that, but... Honestly, they squeezed me dry there. You know, that's not a knockout. That's a TKO. I tapped. Apologies for that, but we're going to go back to random runs, because this is exactly what makes random runs or random streaks so exciting. The idea that you could have to persevere on a run that's this challenging instead of just, you know, rolling the dice until you roll a 1 out of 100 or something like that. So, we'll keep doing random streaks for now. I've been enjoying them. I hope you have as well. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.